Welcome back. Ram News Staff Takeover. We feel like today is one of our most exciting visitors that we have had yet. We have a representative from Iowa Central Community College with us today, Randy Andrews, and stay with us because we have some really big giveaways this time for our prizes. Hi, Paul. So,
the kid.
So today we are going to try and answer some questions that we think a lot of students are having about colleges, because this is a huge time of year to be visiting colleges for not just our seniors, but everyone seems to start looking at colleges, trying to get out on campuses. I hear a lot of people say, once the weather gets nice, my mom and I, my friends and I, whoever are going to go visit a college. And we are missing that opportunity right now to physically go. But we're going to find out how you can continue this process, even though things aren't traditional right now. So, Kyle, if you could introduce for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Joining us today is Randy. Andrews, thank you for being here.
No problem. Glad
and
to be
I
aboard.
think that you watched a couple of these, so you kind of know how they go. So I'm going to dive into the first question. First question is kind of along the lines of what do we need to know? What do our students need to know? Go all the way from our seniors that are going to be on your campus next fall down to some of the kids, the sophomores and juniors that are looking at school. So things are way, way different, as I talked to you before. For you right now, way different. I mean, kids want to take tours. Can they take tours? What do you know?
Sure. So I guess the first thing to know, to throw it out there for you guys, as bad as this sucks for all you guys not being in class, seeing your friends and hanging out, and all the teachers not seeing their students, it sucks just as bad. Lonely, and we're all working remotely from campus right now, so it's not fun for us there. As far as visits go, with us being lonely, we are in front of our computers pretty much 24/7. We have got virtual visits going on. So if you go on our website, you can do a couple different options. If you want to take a quick tour, there's an option where you can do a complete tour of campus, learn a little bit of quick facts and figures and trivia about the campus. Or if you want to go a little bit more in depth, you can do a virtual visit with us. Basically, it's a Zoom hangout. You meet with an admissions rep, financial aid, and academic advisors. If you want to talk to a coach or multiple coaches, you can. The other day, I had a student from New Zealand hop on. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning their time, and they talked with 3 different coaches for baseball, rugby, and football. And it was great for them. They got an opportunity to talk to us. So just because we're not here on campus, we are. We're always there virtually for you guys. So if anybody does want to take a virtual tour, just email us at the admissions office. We can get you set up with that, with the virtual visits, virtual tours, and kind of help you guys out. So even though it's not traditional, it's better than nothing. We did get word yesterday that we do not get any students on campus till June 15th, at least June 15th. So between now and then, if you guys do want to hop on, be happy to sit there with you. Gives me something to do, someone to talk to.
Plenty of time for you. I mean, I know that a lot of our kids are very respectful. Usually when they approach me, they say, I know you're busy, but just like you kind of said, you got time, please contact us. Please ask us questions. No dumb questions. You're there. You want to, and this might be even a beneficial thing as far as getting time with a rep, a lot more time.
Yeah, absolutely. Save on gas money from coming out, and we can do visits that last 15 minutes up to 2 hours. It just kind of depends on who they want to talk to, what they want to know, and what kind of questions they bring to the table.
Awesome. Another area that you guys are doing, I think it's unbelievable. And I know that our principal, I sent it to the principal sent it out to the students, so parents are aware of it, but parents might not be aware of it. And that's the last dollar scholar. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I was first told about this last year at the beginning of the semester. It's kind of a nice thing if you're an Iowa resident and you're not sure what you want to go into, but you got a feeling that you have a field that falls under this last dollar scholar. Basically, you're going to get free tuition for it. Now, with that, I will tell you this: there are some prereqs for the programs you have to meet. For nursing, for example, there's 3 prereqs as far as your human anatomy and physiology, your CNA. I think there's a third one. Don't quote me on that. There's an advisor that'll take care of that for you. But you want to be fully enrolled in a program. And actually, I've got the list of programs here for you. So if you're looking at nursing, agricultural technology, automotive, computer integrated fabrication, computer networking, criminal justice, dental hygiene, diesel tech, HVAC, medical assistant, med lab tech, paramedic, radiology, web technology, carpentry, computer repair, welding. If you're looking at any of those programs, and they're all listed on our website, so you'll have to remember that. But if you get into any of those programs, basically you fill out your FAFSA, you declare what you want to major in, which would be your program, and then you get free tuition. If you are fresh in high school, you have to be enrolled full-time to get the last dollar scholar. So that's the big kicker there. One, you want to make sure you're full-time, which is at least 12 credits. And two, you want to make sure that you meet those prereqs. So if you're coming into a program like dental hygiene, like nursing that have set prereqs that you need done, make sure you get those done ahead of time.
And then that would be free tuition. Books would not be covered. Room and board would not be covered.
No, unfortunately, it's not. I talked to a student the other day. He's looking at auto tech, and he was freaking out about the cost of college, which it's college. It's got that negative stigma. It costs money. He's looking at auto tech. Well, I told him you're getting free tuition, so that's knocking off a bunch of money there. But you do have to buy your tools. Luckily, we've got a partnership with Snap-on, and I think it's Mac Tools, maybe. I know most of the students go Snap-on, but you're looking at a diesel tech to auto tech, anywhere from like $750 to $5,000 worth of tools that you're getting. But you can use the financial aid for that. So the last dollar scholar, that takes care of your tuition. And then any other grant scholarships from local, state, government, if you get the Pell Grant or any federal student loans you want, that's on top of the last dollar scholar. So last dollar scholar takes out tuition. If you live on campus, if you need tools, books, however that works out with financial aid, they make sure that it's as cheap as possible for you to go to school.
I think it's amazing. It's we had local law enforcement on the other day. We talked about students wanting to go to criminal justice. Here's a way to go get your associate's degree. If you're living back here, some of those programs that you're talking about, we're planning on having a career academy. You'd live here in Jefferson, take those classes for free with the last dollar scholar. So absolutely amazing thing. I'm glad that there's more work getting out on it because college isn't cheap. So
Yep.
Anything that we can do is good. So good.
Yeah.
Randy, can you tell us when students need to apply for that last dollar scholar? Is it as a senior? Can kids still be doing it for this coming year, or do they need to be thinking ahead?
Yeah, the sooner the better. The money's not going to run out by any means, but the sooner you enroll in classes, the better off you're going to be. One, you're going to get the class times that you want, but two, you're going to qualify for that grant and scholarship money, not only last dollar scholar, but departmental wise, to apply for the welding program. And they have a pool of money that says, hey, we're going to give you an extra $300 because you're part of our program. There's an opportunity there where if you wait too long and you think, well, I'll just get in when I get in, it's community college. They're going to let me in anyway. Not wrong to an extent, but they're also missing the boat on scholarship money. Last dollar scholar wise, as long as they're enrolled in classes and have their FAFSA filled out and declare their major, I believe they can get it up through 25th is our first day of class. So, but yeah, the sooner the better. Don't wait. Just go for it.
Okay, sounds good.
So you kind of hit on. Go ahead, Emily.
Sorry. We have students starting to think about registering for classes. So registering for college classes. We also are getting ready to have our high school students think about registering for classes. What advice do you have for any of them who are feeling stressed about not finishing some classes? We're still discussing how that credit is going to be issued for this trimester. But do you have any advice that can kind of ease some of their stress for not just seniors, but juniors? How is Iowa Central looking at some of those things and trying to understand that the whole state, the whole country is going through this lack of in-person education right now?
Yeah, best advice is don't worry, don't be stressed. It's happening to everybody. We get it. As far as what we're doing on our end, the placement test scores. Some of the students, if they don't want to take the ACTs or the SATs, if they take the ALEX math test or the AccuPlacer reading or the Right Placer test for the reading and writing and math scores, if they can't get in to take a proctored exam, we are accepting non-proctored right now with the ALEX test, but we're also looking at your overall cumulative GPA. So I don't know what that is, the seniors out there. That's freshman year up through senior year. It does count if you're a junior, so don't ease off the gas yet. But we're taking that cumulative GPA, and we don't use it for acceptance into the college. We use it more for placement in math classes, placement in your English and reading classes. So if you're stressed out, if you're freaking out, don't worry about it. We've got contingencies in place that if you show up on the first day of class and you don't have your test done yet, we'll get to that test taken care of for you, or we'll look at your GPA and kind of get you placed in the right classes there.
I feel like Emily kind of hit on the question a little bit, and you'd already talked a little bit about application times. Say we do have some kids who are a little bit nervous about going far away. We've got a couple of students who were planning on college. Let's say they wanted to put that off and delay maybe doing maybe coming to a community college before transferring to out-of-state four-year college. What is the latest that they can even apply and start making those transitions into figuring out how they're going to proceed?
Sure. I'm going to go with August 25th, our first day of classes. We literally had people show up from out of country the day of the first day of classes saying, hey, we'd like to come here, we'd like to enroll. And we sat down, we got everything taken care of for them the first day of classes. So, if students, especially with this COVID going around, people are worried about sending their kids out of state, we're right down the road. We'll take you. We'll get you guys enrolled in classes. All of our classes that we take on campus transfer out. I shouldn't say all, for the most part they do. You're going to work with an academic advisor. So let's say if you're looking at like South Dakota State, for example, if you come to us for a semester and then you want to transfer out there, we're going to talk with the South Dakota State advisors to make sure that the classes you're taking as a student with us are going to transfer out for when you're a four-year student. And the same goes for whatever school you're looking at. A lot of our athletes, they're with us for anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years. They're looking at playing at that next level, and we work with coaches, with academic advisors across the country. So it's not a big deal for us. That's kind of our norm. The people who might plan on transferring out elsewhere later on, we work with you guys 100% of the way.
You've been pretty good on just talking about things that you're doing right now currently that's different, the things that you've done along the way. I'll give you a chance to why Iowa Central. Why would a student, we talked about the seniors, but even as our juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, why should they go to Iowa Central?
Why not? I guess I could go a little bit more in depth on that. So if you're looking at academic-wise, if you're looking industrial tech-wise or nursing class, we've got one of the highest placement rates for job placement after you finish your 2-year degree. And I should lay this out there. We offer different levels. So you have a diploma, which is a 1-year degree, an AAS, which is a straight 2 years, and you enter the workforce. And there's an AA degree that you do 2 years with us, and then you transfer out to a 4-year school. So as far as why Iowa Central, one, cost effective. We offer a flat rate tuition. We are we're right on the road to Jefferson, which is always nice. You can go home and do your laundry at home. But along with that, we've got the high job placement rate. We work 100% of the way with all the in-state colleges. So if you start with Iowa Central and you want to transfer out to Upper Iowa or Drake, or UNI, wherever you're looking at going for that 4-year degree, we're going to make sure your credits will transfer in for you. That way, you do 2 years with us. When you transfer out, you don't worry about making up a semester or a year. I know that's a lot of big concern with community colleges transferring into 4 years. Athletic wise, if you're looking at playing a sport, we've got 31 different sports on campus. We were national champs in bowling and rugby this last year. Our dance team swept at state on the 3 categories they competed in. We just started an esports team. So if kids are looking at playing competitive video games, I know if I had that option back in the day, I'd definitely jump on it. Football is competitive. We've got rugby, basketball, bowling, sports shooting. Across the board, we offer everything that your major 4-year schools are going to have. We've got here at Iowa Central. So we always tell people that it's a 2-year school, but you get a 4-year feel out of it. Student activities wise, we do everything that your major 4 years do. We've got hypnotists, mentalists, magicians, rock concerts. We shoot fireworks off a couple times a year. We bring out bands, motivational speakers. We have a bingo night that is huge. We do that about every 3 to 4 weeks, where we're giving out, what they do, AirPods, tablets. They gave away a kayak once, a mountain bike, 42-inch smart TVs. They're really, we're kind of a suburb outside of Fort Dodge. We're our own little community niche. So for people who are looking at just going away and trying college for a year or two, or they're not sure what they want to do, you can come to us. We're affordable. We work with you 100% of the way, and that's kind of it's a good transition into either adulting or your 4-year college.
Awesome.
Well, since we're talking about giving stuff away, should we move on to the fun goodie part of our Zoom session today?
I'm game if you are.
All right. So Randy has shared with us that he's got some goodies to send out. He sounds like he's got lots of t-shirts, lots of Iowa Central swag, but most importantly, what was your big thing you said you would help us give away?
All right, so we're going to do 2 bookstore gift card vouchers, and so that's not really that big. So I'm going to kick it up a notch for you guys, because we like to spoil our students. If you are a current senior, you got to be a current senior going into college next year, we've got 2 $300 scholarships we're going to throw your way. So there's an opportunity for 2 people to win $300 each.
Well, for those of our listeners who haven't bought textbooks, I think they would be excited about the book thing too, but they're both really good. So usually we have given away like a t-shirt and donuts. So Randy's kind of showing us up here. So let's see how much he can show us up with how many comments, likes, shares we can get on this video. So I think that our most viewed video has been 500 views. So the more that you share, the more that you comment, I think we're going to get some parents sharing this because they're going to be tagging their kids for that scholarship. So for every either share, comment, Randy said they've got a TikTok. You could make a TikTok and tag them. Get your social media going. If we see your name connected to this video on Facebook or YouTube, we are going to put your name in the drawing for some of his goodies. You have to be a senior for the scholarship and the bookstore, but there's some other good stuff that we'll get your name put in for. So help us out. You can also send emails to Kyle, Misty, or I. Misty, how would they get a hold of us if they have questions?
Well, you can ask questions on the YouTube page. You can ask questions on the Facebook page. You can email any of us directly, and we can get those questions answered. If you have a question, chances are somebody else has that same question, so go ahead and ask it. And that's how you get a hold of us. Or, call and share away, share this post away.
And just to add, the swag, for Iowa Central is open to freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So need a new T-shirt, all that stuff. They got good stuff. It's nice. There's a lot to have to give away. So you can send an email not only to Randy but to any of the reps. They all know about this. So there's other reps that Iowa Central has. You can send it to one of those, just admissions, or one of the three of them.
Awesome. So thank you for joining us today, Randy. We really appreciate all the information you had to share. I am going to, when I post this video, I'm going to be the first commenter, and I'm going to link to Iowa Central admissions and email address for them to access straight to Iowa Central. Of course, students can ask us, and we'll relay those questions, but we also want to get them hooked right up with you and that virtual tour and things like that too.
Perfect. Appreciate it. And
All right.
if any of the students out there, if you guys throw out a TikTok or any Instagram post, tag at @IC_admissions in it, and I might be able to throw a little something extra your way. So
Sounds good. All right. Thank you, Randy. And thanks everybody for watching today. Make sure you comment, let us know what you need from us, and we will be in touch soon.
all right, see ya.